everybody. How are you? I'm doing really good. I'm excited to make this video today. I've been sitting with something and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. The past couple of months have been rather emotional for me compared to what I experienced through the eclipse season of this summer. I think there are a lot of people that were going through some emotional purging this summer, even some physical purging, and others who didn't experience it at that time. And now as we see this energy wave coming through this fall, there's like this whole new level of energy really being brought to the surface. While I'm sitting with the expansion that I've come to over these last couple of months, it's really come to my attention that there are two really beautiful ways of moving through energy, especially as we go through this ascension process and we're focusing our energy on our ascension. The first portion is going to be your traditional healing. Revisiting the past and maybe doing visualization on, healing the inner child. There's a lot of different ways you can go about traditional healing. There's the verbal therapeutic sense where you vent and really talk through it. And then there's, people who've written plenty of books on working through your emotions and doing some exercises and things to move that energy. And that is a beautiful way to get into who you are and really define who you've become. Sometimes we can get caught up in our past or our subconscious thoughts and belief systems that we're just now becoming to be more aware of. And in that process, we can go down the path of traditional healing and going back kind of into those circumstances and not just healing the one frequency that was coming up, but healing kind of this group frequency that is sitting around this, this circumstance. But then there's another way to go about healing that energy, and that's through the idea of just transmuting. I think a lot of times we don't understand our own energetic power, and we don't always think of everything in terms of energy. And because we don't think of ourselves and our emotions and all of this as projection and interpretation of energy, we don't always have a full belief that just transmuting the frequencies will be enough. And I want to let you know that it is enough, and it's actually one of the easiest ways to heal. I've been learning a lot about detachment of emotion. I think a large part of the matrix is how we have been triggered to respond primarily through emotion, but then also to respond through these negative emotions, to invoke things like fear and lack. At times, there are frequencies that we are picking up on that are neither the collective energy nor our own. There are frequencies of manipulation that are being put out that we are picking up on that can cause us to question ourselves and go into doubt. The easiest way I've found recently to get through some of these more emotional times was to begin to practice the art of detachment from my own emotion, to start to pull back, step back and say, okay, this, whatever this is not me. Who am I? Who am I? Out of everything I've learned, after everything I've practiced, right now in this moment, with this emotion that's coming up, who do I choose to be? Do I choose to fall back into victimhood and feeling powerless? Or do I choose to stand in my light right now in this moment? Just that choice, just that decision is huge momentum forward and setting the tone for our own frequency. We're telling the universe through our action who we're choosing to be in any now moment. Standing in your truth means when you are presented with false concepts of identity, when things are coming to you and saying, this is how you're feeling, this is your experience, you can look at these things and decide from an energetic perspective, does that match where I'm going? No? Okay, then I'm not going to go down that path of thought. Now, is this something that's just easily kind of turned on? No, it will take some practice and some focus. But as with any of our practices, as with any of our tools, when we use them, we see the most beneficial change. We see us becoming these versions of ourselves that are of these high frequencies that we are longing to experience in our reality. It's time, as 2018 is coming to a close, to understand our power in those moments of just shifting that frequency. When we live with our energy so enveloped in a third-dimensional world, we live from that concept of needing to see it in order to believe it. That's not energy. The energy will shift before the manifestation is attracted. So you have to know in the moment of your shifting that it's enough. Because when you think and sit back with the thought that that's not enough, something has to change, then we bring ourselves back into this third-dimensional reality and these third-dimensional expectations of manifestation. And that's just not the energy we're sitting with anymore. So, as 2018 continues to wrap up for all of us, I want you to continue to focus on where you've come this past year. Focus on your growth. Focus on your shifting, your empowerment, your new understanding of self-love and loving others, and what this new fifth dimensional energy really even means. When we can continue to focus on that, we are transmuting the energies. We don't always have to go back and heal things and feel things so deeply. Sometimes a vibration can show up and we can just choose to stand in our truth of who we know ourselves to be and who we know ourselves to be as we are coming into this new potential of a human. You are not the same person you were a year ago. Stop reacting with those same energies. Allow yourself to be new. Let's try something new. Let's try something new. I'm feeling wonderful, y'all. And I hope you guys are feeling great too. I did have a little bit of ascension flu the last couple of weeks, so focusing on getting my health back has been really beautiful. This was the first time my body has gone through a purge like that, where I was detoxing really, really deeply, but I felt a lot of peace. I didn't allow myself to go into the space of something's wrong with me, and that was really cool to experience. It was like my body was releasing this energy and clearly needing rest, yet my mind was really in tune with my path, and I was able to rest my body and go into really cool meditations, really healing meditations. So I experienced this in a whole new way over the last couple of weeks, and that was really neat also. I hope you guys are having a lot of shifts in consciousness, and I hope you're understanding yourself in new ways, coming to understand this new energy in new ways and how we are interacting with this energy at all times. I hope you're living more through your faith and knowing than you are any fears that are residual. And I hope you know that we really are coming out on the other side of this. This has been a very big year for so many of us, so many shifts, so much movement, so much truth. So as this year keeps continuing to come to an end, let's just wrap it up with the most self-love that we possibly can. Appreciate yourself for everything you've stepped into and everything that you plan on stepping into in this beautiful year to come. I can't even imagine what's in store for all of us, what's coming next. But I'm so excited. And I'm even more excited that I get to be here sharing this entire journey with all of you. So I love you. Thank you for all of your support over this last year. And I hope you have the most amazing holiday.